To me, Pioneers Festival is like a dream, actually, that comes true. I mean, look at this. Seriously? This is reality. It's really happening. It's like a, I don't know, rock festival or whatever. But I also have some weird dreams, and I had one last night. Maybe it was because of the after party, I'm not sure. But I want to tell you about this dream. I realized I was in prison. And then in the scene, I felt something in my hand. I looked at my hand. I had a key in my hand. And then I saw this door in front of me. I used the key to open the door. And then I started running.
Welcome to Pioneers Festival. Runtastic.
Welcome on stage, Florian Gschwandtner, Runtastic.
Hello, everybody. Tim, good to see you. Good to be here again.
Great to have you on stage. He's one of the members of the Pioneers family. We have a great history together. Runtastic, one of the most successful startups from Austria. It's absolutely great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
The stage is yours. Tell us what happened in the last year in Runtastic and what do you want to kick off today here at the Pioneer stage. I hand it over to you. The stage is yours.
Thanks. And Tim, I think your dream might be something really big, but let's talk about that later. So, hello, it's good to be here. My name is Florian Gschwandtner, CEO and co-founder of Runtastic. And what we have done the last couple of years, I'd like to tell you. So, where's my clicker? Here it is. So, we've been running for now 4 years. In these 4 years, we've had more than 50 million downloads. But more importantly, since the last time I've been here, the last year where I did push-ups here on stage, we had 35 million downloads all over the world. And that means, for the math geeks out there, that means just more than one download a second in the last year. So we're really proud of those numbers. And as some of you might remember, last year we have announced 4 new apps. We call it the Fitness App Collection. So there has been an app for push-ups, sit-ups, squats, as well as for pull-ups. And I'd like to share some impressive numbers with you. So we've had more than 465 million repetitions done on push-ups in the last year, more than 560 million done of sit-ups, and a lot of other impressive numbers. Overall, the Runtastic community did more than 1.25 billion repetitions in just 1 year. So all of us really reburned almost 300 million calories. And that's actually why we are here for, making the world a better, healthier place. But why we are here for today?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Master Ace from Brooklyn, New York City. MC extraordinaire, y'all already know. I want to welcome y'all to the Pioneers Festival. And guess what? Something brand new coming to y'all. It's called Story Running. Check it out.
It's called Story Running, and it's brand new. But let me explain into a bit more detail what is Story Running about. So at Runtastic, we ask our community, millions of runners, and there was the idea how we can motivate runners through a run. So for making a 45 minutes run feels like a 10-minute run. So we came up with the idea, tell them a story. And the runner, all of you, are placed into the middle of the story. And it's actually very easy to use. It's very simple. You just download the Runtastic app. You choose a story from 4 different genres. It's up to you whether you choose a story run for fantasy, adventure, travel, or motivation, and you just run. But now, let me turn over to our head of creative project, who is really the brain behind story running. And I really would like to welcome on stage our really head of creative projects. And we have a very funny picture from one of our creative days here, Chris Barton. Welcome.
Hello. Thanks, Flo, for introducing me, and thanks for forcing me to use this photo for my first ever chance to get on a stage like this. So, that said, I'm really grateful to work for Runtastic, but sometimes it also feels like I've lost a bet. So, for example, this photo was taken on one of the magic days in our office. In German, we call it Faschingsdienstag. And today I could tell you a lot about story running, why it was so much fun to do it, why it was so challenging to get ready until this very moment. But let me tell you a little story on how story running all began, because this shows a lot about the spirit at Runtastic. So I was in the office kitchen the other day, and Flo came to me and said, "Chris, we should do story runs." And I said, yeah, Flo sounds awesome, but what the hell is a story run? And he just said, well, we tell them stories while they're running, story running. And now you own it, go for it. And that statement, go for it, is exactly the reason why we are here on stage today. Because these guys like Florian and also his co-founders, Alfred, Christian and René, also somewhere in the audience, they give us, the entire Runtastic team, each and every day the chance to make ideas happen, to develop new products, new hardware, new features, or work on new creative projects like story running. So back to the project. So after this very intensive briefing in the kitchen, which Flo gave me, I started to work on a concept, and I asked our entire team to give me their feedback, what could be a story run, and their ideas were just pouring in. So we then looked out for people outside the office, like story writers, sound producers, video producers, voiceover artists, and we found amazing people from all over the world, from Denmark, Germany, Austria, Brazil, Indonesia, US. You just have seen Master Ace in this video. I'm not sure if you know Master Ace, but Master Ace is a hip-hop legend in the US, and even Eminem mentions Master Ace in his book as one of his biggest influences in hip-hop. And Master Ace is our voiceover speaker for our adventure story, which is about escaping from Alcatraz. So you should all get that story. And really, I would like to mention all these people who were involved in this project by name, but the Pioneers guys don't give me enough time to do that. So like, for example, my good friend Cedric Jacob, who are the writer of the Alcatraz story, and our head of sound, Kai, who are now sitting in their flat in Germany and watching us on live stream, or our whole Runtastic team, who are now also watching us in our office in Pasching. But time is running fast, and I'm very happy to introduce one person today, because she helped us a lot with the entire project. She is our story consultant at Runtastic Story Running, and she now tells you more about what this whole project is about. Ladies and gentlemen, please make noise for Ines Häufler.
Thank you very much. You know, I'm working as a story advisor and script consultant for more than 10 years now with writers and producers, and normally in the film and TV industry. And if I've learned one thing in these many years, it is that you have to find a story, you have to create a story that really connects with the audience. This is really important. Now, let me give you an example. For example, when you go to the movies and it's a really, really great story and you are really grabbed by it and you're sitting there will be always a point where you go something like, oh my God, no, don't do that, or something like that. So I'm sure you all know that. So this is connection by identification. And it's even stronger if you're playing a video game, because then you are controlling this other you in the story on the screen. And if that is done well and that works, that's a really immersive experience. I'm guessing some of you might have experienced that already. So for me personally, this I know how that feels moment, this feeling of connection, this is for me personally the most important power of storytelling. Now, how did we use identification and immersion for our story running project? First, we did something that we call a brand new storytelling format, because we took something that runners already do, which is listening to music or audiobooks when they are running. But we tailored our stories especially for the needs of runners. So what did we do? The first thing that I had to discuss with Chris was the length of a story run. Now this was rather easy because we just had to look at the numbers, and we found out that the average run of a Runtastic runner is around 40 minutes. So that was easy, we had the perfect workout length. But then it came to structure. And normally you would apply something like a 3-act structure that you use in screenwriting. But we didn't do that, because we took an interval training curve, especially made for runners, and then our writers adapted the plot of the story, the dynamics, to these up and down movements that you can see here at this training interval curve. And also the same was done with the music, so the beats per minute, they also were adapted to this training curve. So basically you have a story with an included interval training. But we didn't stop there, because our writers created characters that have to run throughout the story from the first to the last minute. So they are basically doing what you are doing when you are running, and this is why we made it really easy for you to connect with the story. And now if you are connected with the story and if you identify, then you make it easy for us, because then we can use your natural sense of urgency. So if you're listening to a story and someone is coming after you, after the main character, and then you hear dogs barking and the music builds up, then it's the story and the music that are pushing you forward to run that extra mile. And this is basically how we made your normal, maybe sometimes a bit boring and not so motivating running routine a really new and exciting experience. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we have prepared one more video to show you all 4 genres of story run, what we have done, and some kind of, I hope, really nice show. So just enjoy. Please start the video.
Runtastic presents a brand new storytelling medium. Runtastic Story Running. Running will never be the same. now and get drawn into a different world.
So, thank you so much for having you here. That was just a great show. Thank you. There's just one word to mention. Story running is available right now within the Runtastic app. We have a booth out there. So if you show your Runtastic app at our booth, you will get a promotion code for a story run to get one for free. And there's nothing else to add. I'm really thankful to be here again. Enjoy story running. Give us feedback. We really would appreciate that. Thank you again for Chris. Thank you again for Ines. Thanks again to the whole Pioneers team. And hopefully see you next year.